and in this video I actually wanted to cover my entire magic collection. A little bit of a reference guide to see what we truly need in magic to be able to perform, and how much material you really need to, let's say, do a 90-minute show. And so much more. So with that said, let's roll that intro. So excuse the format, I'm trying to do this the best I can. But that being said, we're going to take just a brief look at my collection. And it's a small one, it's not even that, let me raise the ISO up. It's not even that deep in terms of the actual collection. It's just different things. I might as well just go into it so you can actually see it. So let me lower the ISO so we can go into it. Okay. So, Magic Collection piece number one. We've got some sponge balls, which are essential for sponge ball type effects. They are very, very popular with audience or just spectators. They just love the sponge ball effect. It hits so hard, and magicians tend to forget that because of the simplicity of the effect, but definitely sponge balls, especially my routine I did with it, the sponge ball explosion effect. Really, really good. So next piece, so we got actually lots. I'll actually do this individually. You'll see things falling, you'll see things everywhere, but the main idea is just to be very vulnerable in my entire collection and what I actually use. So more sponge balls in here as well, and I need to practice it. This is the routine I used to do at the castle, and I need to get back into it. Is the ring and rope routine. It was just a little bit hard for me, and I'll be honest real fast, that I didn't like that, or the current methods of being able to borrow a spectator's ring. I wish there was a more comfortable, practical way of going for the spectator's ring. You could use your own, but everyone thinks it's gaffed. Oh, it's a gaff ring, and that's how it's done. It has to work that way. But yeah, it's a great thing. Gregory Wilson has a thing called Ringmaster, DVD called Ringmaster. So that with some other ring moves as well from there were some he didn't feature in there. There were some from, I forgot his name, the guy who inspired, and I'll write it down below, the guy who inspired Dan and Dave in their work with the submarine sandwich and stuff. But that dude, Earl Nelson, there you go. So definitely some good stuff that I want to look back into. So definitely stays in my set. And these are velvet cords, by the way. You can find them on Amazon. That's where I found these sets. I know there's not many colors to choose from. It was hard to find these. But if you do find them, velvet cords, great. More SpongeBall stuff. Ooh. You want different sizes, I should mention. 1.5 inches for kids. And then if it's for adult with a larger hand size, depending upon hand size, then I would do 2 inches. So you can see SpongeBall different sizes. These are dice things for my dice cup routine. I do in my dice cup routine, which you could check on my channel, I do a triple dice cup load, and it's just 1, 2, 3. And you could use the same dice. So I use 2, 3 red dice in my thing and 1 cup. And then I produce 1 dice, another big red dice, and then the third load, if I can get it, and I do in my routine, you could see how I was able to do a triple load in a single cup. Very casual and just blows away audiences and they just give up. You can check that out, but yeah, it's just such a great thing. They're so cool. I bought a bunch of dice from eBay. Very cool, and we got a bunch of them from this one reputable dealer. You want 16 centimeters for your dice. That's a recommended standard. You can go bigger from there, but 16 millimeters is the standard length you want to go for. I had to learn that the hard way because they got these mini dice which look cool, but they're so tiny, you know, they're harder to palm, harder to see for audiences, and just they can be good for context, but I try to work for larger audiences, so you know, bigger money. So that's there. So we got dice, we got the rope, we got sponge balls. What else we got in here? You always want to have a couple kid productions. So for like a thumb tip routine, this is what it's usually used for. I palm off a butterfly or a ladybug or something in there. There's a bunch of cool things in here. And what I do is I do a thumb tip routine, so like a silk or whatever the context calls for in the routine. Then you get little pieces, plastic pieces, and then put together, and you see the end results, whatever you like. And it's just great. It works for kids if you're trying to do a one-off with them. So next guy, these are my thumb tip holders, which I have talked about in videos. It is such a great idea, but no one's really capitalized on this. I feel like I'm the first magician too. You get like a Reico. This is why I use them, because they're so large. A Reico, R-E-I-C-O phone holder. So Reico phone holder from eBay. They're like $5 to $15, whatever. And then you get the foam, cut it up into little slots. You glue them using Gorilla Glue. You could just use Gorilla Glue, the normal kind, normal Gorilla Glue. And then you put them right here, and then you acts as dividers, little pieces, so you can see it. And then you're able to put the thumb tips inside and store multiples, whether it be king size or regular size, whatever. You want to do a lit cig routine, and you need a metal thumb tip. You could store it here, and you could have them on the side of your jacket pocket. Your belt pocket, and then covered by your jacket. So you could do. This is why it's so cool. You could do multiple thumb tip routines over and over and not have to worry about the thumb tip or the contents inside it because it's held by a belt. It's just revolutionary in my opinion. Created it, and I just want to share it with the world so people can start using thumb tip routines and not feel limited to one thumb tip trick. You could even load up 2 and have 8 chances and do an entire act just based off the loads and everything alone, which is pretty cool to do it like barehanded, a barehanded magic act, and all you have to do is have these and then the props loaded up. Pretty crazy. What else is there? God, I love recording off this M50 speed booster 24 to 24 millimeter lens 1.4. Yeah, it's the good one. Cool. So this is a special treasure chest. Looks cool. And inside I have Mike Wong's what was it? Dragon thread routine. Great routine. Well, I met Mike Wong anyways. And this is just the routine itself is so beautiful. He did a really good job on it. Beautiful, simple effect, and just elegant. You could do it twice. Great effect. And so I'm still practicing it and mastering that one. But thank you, Mike Wong. You created a genius effect. Okay? I gave you compliments there. From here, we've got... things are falling over. Excuse me. From here, we've got all of my coin stuff. I've got silver-ish looking silly putty, which you can do to look like you're stretching a coin. And instead of using slime or something like that, which gets all over your hands, use silly putty. You can stretch it. It doesn't stick to you, really. And unless you put it in your pants. Do not put putty in your pants pocket. That's like the worst thing you can do. It took me months to get it out. Okay. Now, that being said, especially if it goes in the wash. That being said, that's amazing. And then we've got different things in here. We've got different gaff coins, different things. So a lot of different little coin dealer prop things I've used over the years. Shells, odd coins. And they're just here. And I use them in a variety of different effects. Mostly you see in my main act. And I even got some larger expanded coins. Stuff of that nature. Baby frog productions. Different things. I just think that this is one thing I will note. Is that the frogs, and they are frogs, so you can see a little eye right there. These frogs are just so venerable and they're cute, and people just wonder why the frog, and I don't really answer it, which is kind of humorous, at least for me. And I just go into the routines, and everyone's just like staring at the frog. And it can act as natural misdirection in case, something happens. And you could just say, "Dang, it's the frog," or you could blame the frog if you want. But that's frog abuse, and we don't want frog abuse. No. Anyways, lots of cool stuff there. I've got a mat. So I have my black mat, which you see in my regular shows or my regular videos. Then I've got a green mat, which I use for smaller, more intimate performances. And then I got this, what they call spotlight mat, which you see right here. This is a magnet, so you could actually, I'm not joking, you could actually store this with a very strong neodymium magnet. You could actually store this in your jacket pocket and then take it with you in cocktail situations where there are tables. Assuming there's little tiny tables and stuff. You could put this out. You can have something to set your cards on so they don't get all wet or something by all the cocktails or, whatever. So this is nice, and then you could maybe do a mini routine, highlight, whatever. It's just here, and I really, really like this. I thank Patrick for this. Not sponsored, but I love to bring people to Patrick because he not only won FISM, but he won my heart when he made these mats. They are so, so wonderful. And they last for basically ever. Anyways, continuing on. Cloth for like silk productions. I believe I did this a lot in the Bobo's Coin Magic stuff. So if you need a silk, I just have it just for more practice than anything else. But it does look hilarious that you just use a kitchen cloth for magic. But maybe that adds some naturalness of it. Who knows? Anyways, what else do we have here? Okay, more thumb tips. This kind of looks creepy to most people. I just kind of stack my thumb tips this way, but yeah, so this is like a bunch of thumb tips just stuck together. Anyway, setting those aside, that probably creep people out. Not intentional. More dice. So you could kind of see a trend. I like sponge balls. I like dice. I like stuff that's really, really commercial and practical. And it's available in a lot of situations. So dice, there's a gambling theme there. Coins, that's very practical for a lot of situations. You see thumb tips, thumb tip reductions, ring and rope. You see some mats, so you can kind of get an idea. You see some more Mike Wong's Dragon Thread, as well as Venom, which was, I believe, a Theory 11 type of production, which is just, or there's a cover on it. Anyways, there's Venom, which is a levitation thing. I'm still working on levitation. I'm still thinking about how I'd practically use it, because the effects just haven't suited me, in at least in my opinion, for what we've got. And then we got some different little odd things. Rubber bands for maybe a card through rubber band type effect. It's popularized by Vernon. Washers if you want to do an coin through washer type routine. Copper pennies because they are great, and they help with spellbounds. More dice. Let's see, more guys. Yeah, even more dice. I have lots of dice. You'd be surprised how many props you would lose in a magic show, which is crazy. Extra magic wallets. This was an amazing wallet given to me by a wonderful friend. And this is a wonderful magic wallet. Well, I should rather say girlfriend. Don't want to get killed. And so this is pretty awesome, and you can see so many holes and pockets of things. I really appreciate this wallet she gave me. It has many cool things, and so this, I'm thinking about using this in a later thing for a bunch of packet tricks, like a walk around situation. And I could keep it simple and light on myself. I could just learn like reset, throw 8 cards in here, a bunch of packet tricks I explained on my channel, which you can check out. Feel free to like the video. And then just a bunch of cool things, coins, whatever. You can even do a coin through and coin to wallet in Jade Noblezada's coin thing. There's just a bunch of opportunities here, so that's why I kept this as a actual magic prop. More thumb tips. I stored a lot of them. It's crazy. More thumb tips. This is another magic wallet holster thing, and it's just really bare minimal. It's not like anything crazy. Mini cards, if you're trying to do a mini card production, I actually use this in if you could find mini playing cards. This is a cool little idea you could do. If you read John Scarney's Card Tricks book, what he does is he actually uses this. He pastes a card, or he uses a mini card in one of the effects for his mystical, I'll just say mystical routines. It's near the front of the book. And having these mini cards there, I used it for that effect. And so they're really cool, and if they're only used for that, just for that one trick, well, I feel it's justified, because those people paid a lot for that card trick to know how it works. So that's why that's there. And you can see a bunch of packets of playing cards. Different ones. Some are two-face decks that I keep here just to mess with magicians, because if it's a 2-cut, like it's only 2 cuts on the ends, not a 4-cut where after dealing they cut out the corners. If it's only 2-cut, you can't do a lot of sleights in magic. It cuts off your magic ability by like 50%. So it really throws off the card pros, throws off flourishers because they don't have the angles, the corners to depend on, 2 of them. So you can't do reverses without cards sticking out, making it obvious. So that's a really fun challenge for magicians if they can try to do it with 2-cut. It's like kryptonite to them. You say, you could do any card trick, right? You said you're amazing, right? Well, do it with these cards. And then they just fall on their face, which is hilarious. And I try and work through that. I've already known about this condition, so I'm working through it. And then we've also got different packets, some gaff packets like blank decks and stuff of that nature, red, blues. I have some business cards in the back. And what else are these? And then some magnets. Where would you be in Magic without magnets? I swear. You might as well have some. And so I have different magnetic effects. Some for lighters and stuff. Some for vanishing phone effects. Oh, I made these little things. VIP passes. Just different effects and all these different guys. I've got dice cups for my dice cup routine. And that crystal ball is in the back. Oh, shoot. I can't really talk about it too much, but I will just say the crystal ball effect is a great effect from Scarny's Scarnyon card tricks. So you would definitely want to learn it there. And you get this really cool, I'm just hinting at it for the card effect. Okay, so you get a little hint of it. I can't talk about too much. I want to be respectful of that book and its secrets, and just some other things there, and some other decks of cards. So that is most of it. Sorry I wasn't in the face much. You can actually turn around. Hello, you can see me. Hi. But the point being is that this is not a lot of Magic stuff. This, for considering how much content I've made now over 500 videos. Let me lower the ISO a little bit to make it more pleasing. There we go. That's so much better. But the point is, I've made a lot of my videos off of just a couple key props, which you're seeing literally right here. And it really puts into question, I even got a little mini, not a quiver thing, but something else from Illusionist, this coin holder, and different little things. But it really brings into perspective how much you actually need in Magic. That is literally my entire Magic collection. And then my own main coin set, which I keep in my backpack. But outside of that, it's just, yeah, this is really all you need in Magic. And you don't need all these fancy props to do it. It's just really communicating, as I love to say, communicating a lot of you into the Magic effects, so that the magic is just a conduit, it's just a medium for the expression, but what really emanates is you and your Magic performances. So, you know, this is what I'm really happy with, this stuff I've collected, and this is just really just the essentials of what is needed in your Magic. So I'm Dan, always be practicing and just loving what you do, and if you don't, take a break or, you know, change things up. I really encourage you to be or to do what makes you really comfortable and happy. So with that said, hope you enjoyed this little video here, and if you can, give the video a like, and feel free to check out my other videos, and if you haven't checked out this video yet or this video yet, definitely check them out, and I will see you in the next video.